This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com, featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. KFI AM 640, it's Conway Show. We start with traffic. I don't know if Angel Martinez is with us or not. Angel, you there? Oh, I'm always here. I love it. Love traffic. I gotta go tonight.
I am.
Oh, okay. Hey, what's going on with the 134? Bellio came in and said the 134 is jammed. And I said, which way? And she said, going towards Eaglerock. And I said, from which direction?
Yeah.
She didn't know.
It's along the eastbound side. A terrible crash.
No.
Just before Colorado. So it's right in between the 2 and the 210 freeway.
That place is a mess anyway. Every day.
Yeah.
Crozier, good luck getting home, buddy.
Yeah, have fun, Crow.
Yeah. and I heard the 134 is backed up to Glendale?
It's backed up to Burbank.
Oh, my God.
I know. It's awful. Those eastbound delays
are
stacking up all the way from Riverside Drive.
Are you kidding? Riverside Drive? That's before the zoo, or right around the zoo.
Yeah, it's right around you guys, right around. I bet you can go out on the patio. The deck's up there.
I'm going to go outside and take a look at it. This is horrible, horrible news.
It really is.
And what is it all because of? What happened?
Well, let me get the
details. It was some kind of accident, a hit and run?
Oh, yeah. It was a hit and run. No, it wasn't a hit and run, but a bunch of cars. Okay, let's see here.
Oh, I'm looking at it now. Okay, I'm looking at it now. This is horrible. This backs up all the way to like Buena Vista almost. You're right.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
No. All right, if you're eastbound 134, you are going to be pulling your hair out from Buena Vista eastbound past the 5, past Glendale, past the zoo, then past Glendale, past the 2, and it's all totally effed.
That's that deep red, too, that it shows on the map, too. It starts right at the Travel Town Railroad there.
Oh, no. And it looks like, Angel, and look, you're the traffic person here, but it looks like the transfer from the 2 north to the 134 east is blocked or closed.
That's what it looks like. The Highway Patrol hasn't said that they've shut that down, but I was checking the maps out as well, and it does look like that transition is closed. But so by way of the map, that connector could be shut down, and it also looks like this originally was a 4-car crash, 1 truck, 3 cars. For a little bit, they were blocking all lanes, until as the crash was settling and before they got everything situated. But then they were blocking the carpool in 2 left. Now, with that many cars involved in a crash, it doesn't mean that they won't stop all lanes as they, clear the scene, call the tow trucks out and such. So with the emergency crews out there, with the tow trucks arriving, there's always that possibility that they will have to hold all lanes for a few moments to let these other emergency vehicles in. So that's adding to that terrible drive out of Burbank currently.
Yeah, and then don't try to sneak through on Zoo Drive. You're going to get hosed there as well. You know what? I can always tell how backed up the 134 is with how backed up Olive is and Alameda and all those side streets, and they're just jammed. All right, thank you, Angel Martinez, everybody. Ding dong with her.
They got 3 hours to get that straightened. Otherwise, I'm going to start making some noise.
You know, Crozier, I'm with you, dude. I love the CHP. I'm in love with the CHP, actually. I get like palpitations. I get like butterflies in my stomach when I see one of those cars.
All right, that's just
so
weird.
You don't just love them, you're in love with them?
They've broken my heart a lot of times, I'll tell you that.
Wow.
But I will say this, whenever they shut down freeways for an accident or anything, I think they stay around a bit too long with the closures.
There's a little bit of a linger sometimes, yeah.
And I think that's sort of, look, we can do what we want, Buster. And you have no choice. So
when I had my accident in Pasadena a few months ago,
they shut you down?
I was right there. I was in the fast lane, a little bit into the carpool lane, and all I kept thinking about was all those people behind me that were stuck, and I just felt horrible. And I was doing everything. I was helping all the other people in all the other cars to get them out of the way. I was the one. The CHP officer asked me to go over to the one car. Hey, can you move that car?
So, that's great.
Because I was so cognizant about not holding up stuff.
Yeah, I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you. I never want to be that guy that's holding everything up.
Yeah.
All right. All right, got more information here on this crash.
Neighborhood and is now being sought after by local police here. LAPD out here, CHP, the works out here as they try and corner the suspect who is hiding in a backyard along Waldo Place here in Eaglerock at Figueroa. We'll go back to the
Is this connected to that, Bellio? This is connected to it?
These guys that got into a crash, foot bail.
At Figueroa, we'll go back to the freeway where most of the freeway, as I mentioned, is shut down. Traffic is getting by on the left lane, and the backup is intense. A good 3 to 5 mile backup on the eastbound side of the 134. Reporting live from Air 7, I'm Chris Christie, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
I don't know if we can stick with this shot.
Stick with Chris here, man. Stick with him.
I don't know if we can stick with this shot just for a moment to show how far back this backup is on the 134. It looks like it's going for miles now. We are right overhead, but as we pan further to the west, take a look at this shot. As we look off into the distance, it is stopped. You have that one lane getting by, but look at how far this goes back. This is back to Highland Park. That's the 2 freeway interchange. It goes back into Glendale. The on-ramp from Highland Park, from the 2 on the left there, is just at a complete standstill. This is going to be a problem for hours into the rush hour commute here on a Tuesday.
Oh, it's the worst. I went to Jory Rand's Twitter page or X page, and he said he looked into it. It's 100% Trump.
What?
Yeah,
because it's red?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's Trump's fault, though.
You know that and Colorado Boulevard, which runs parallel to the 134, all through there, that's just as deep red.
It's the worst. All right, you're going to be with us for a while if you're on the 134. We're going to be with you. We'll get you through this. If you're on the 134 eastbound, coming out of the East Valley, and you're going off towards Montclair, where Crozier lives,
or Claremont.
Claremont. You're gonna be with us for quite some time, and we'll hang with you. We'll come back and tell you almost every segment. We'll give you updates. So keep it on this channel, 640 AM 640. Is that how they say it?
640.
640.
There you go.
Sorry, I just looked at the wall.
Well done.
All right, we're live on KFI AM 640. When we come back, Alan Hamilton. I think he's stuck in traffic. He's the chief of all detectives. He dominates all the detectives at LAPD. And he'll come in and talk about this horrible, horrible story that we learned about yesterday with Oscar Omar Ramirez.
Hernandez.
Hernandez. Sorry about it. Hernandez was killed by his soccer coach. I can't believe that, man. It's so sad.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
We are looking at the 134 right now, the 134 eastbound backed up because of police activity in the area, Eaglerock area. So we're going to keep you updated all day long. And here to speak, not only perhaps on this issue, but also this horrible story that we had with Oscar Hernandez. Just a really difficult week crime-wise in Los Angeles. And the chief of all detectives is with us, Alan Hamilton. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Excellent.
Thanks for having me today, Tim.
Now, I've known you a long time. You started back in 1990
Yes.
with LAPD. They have call boxes back then?
They did have callbacks. I still have my Gamewell key.
You can open any of those boxes.
I sure can.
And the rumor was that in some of those boxes, there used to be a bottle of gin or vodka. Is that true?
You know, I've heard that urban legend too. I never saw a bottle of gin or vodka, but I certainly saw pencil and paper in there. So,
that's back also when you could smoke if you're a cop.
Yeah, that was around the same time, but we ended that right around that same period. Yeah.
You guys are so strict.
Yeah.
All right, what's going on with the 134 here is backed up. I guess Football, is that your division? I mean, is that LAPD?
It is. It's going to be Northeast area, and hopefully everyone's going to stay safe out there. I know there's going to be a traffic impact, so for the people on the 134, CHP may be putting out an advisory or a SIG alert. I would just ask that people use caution. Don't pick anyone up. Let law enforcement do what they're going to do in the area. The LAPD is going to take care of the issue that's going on the streets off of the freeway. And they'll be assisting the CHP with getting all of the suspects into custody here, hopefully soon.
I've been around living in the Valley since the 60s or so, and I can't remember a time where the chief has put together an all-star list of assistant chiefs. I think he's got a really good crew here.
Yeah, I mean, I think Jim's done a great job. The chief's been a good, putting things together and putting his pieces in place. I think we're still going to be doing some more moves. I'm not a part of that decision-making process, but I think he's come in and hit the ground running and done a lot of great things for the department. And we're going to keep on following him to success, keeping this community safe.
I talked to somebody last week after Oscar Hernandez. They found this 13-year-old boy. And somebody from LAPD said this is going to be a bigger story than the news is telling you right now. They didn't have all the details. And sure enough, it is. It's a horrible story. It's a 13-year-old. By the way, I think a 12-year-old who just turned 13?
He had only turned 13 recently. So
okay.
He's very young. Yeah.
And he's taken a train from Sunland or Sylmar area all the way to Antelope Valley by himself to hang out with his soccer coach?
Yeah, I mean, I think I covered it pretty good at the scene when we were out there in Ventura County. We always, as a department, caution members of the community to make sure who their children, their siblings, who they're with, what they're doing, know who this person is. We always hope that people are going to be vetted when they're involved in these types of activities, but it's ultimately the responsibility of the parents to make sure that they know who they're dealing with, what the motives of these individuals may be, and whether they've been vetted through some kind of system so that they know who they're dealing with.
Now, does LA? You're the chief of detectives. Without getting into great detail, because I'm sure it's very sad. It's and it also might be information that we're not privy to as the public. But do you know where this young man was killed?
So there's going to be information that I can't disclose. That's going to be one of the things that I can't disclose. And I think DA Hockman put it very succinctly and directly. All of these things are going to be discussed in court. That's going to be the proper venue for that. So we're not going to talk about a lot of the things that have to do with the investigation specifically. I think the family has been very open with the public about their grief and everything that's happening with the family. And again, my heartfelt condolences go out to the family.
It's the worst. I don't know how. Look, I don't know how people get up in the morning, and those parents probably wake up in the morning and they think, oh, I've got to get my, I got to pay my taxes. I got to do this, and then it hits them again that their son is not coming home, and it's got to just floor them.
It's so hard because we spent time yesterday with the family. We had some discussions with them at the police headquarters. Then we walked over to the district attorney's office over at the Hall of Justice. They had a very heartfelt welcome by both the sheriff and by DA Hockman.
I thought the sheriff was great in that press conference.
Our partners over in the sheriff's department did a phenomenal job helping us out on this case, Tim. Kudos to both them and the DA's office in very, very trying circumstances. Craig Hum and his people have been outstanding. I mean, they have been dynamite in working side by side with us on all of these cases. And they've pledged their assistance in anything going forward, any future investigations, any other needs that we may have from them. And they've been phenomenal partners, as has, Luna's guys and gals over at the sheriff's department, as soon as we got them on the team.
Yeah.
They've been absolutely outstanding in helping us work on these investigations.
Okay, can you stay with us?
Absolutely.
Okay. I used to address you as Detective Alan Hamilton. How has that changed? Deputy?
It hasn't. I'm going to be a detective till my last day on the job, but I'm the deputy chief. I'm the chief of detectives.
Deputy Chief Alan Hamilton.
Yeah, and we're responsible for everything. After the officers get tired chasing somebody on foot, then we take over.
You take over. Okay.
Yep.
All right, we're live. We're keeping an eye on the 134 freeway. It's backed up eastbound from Eaglerock all the way practically to the 170 freeway. It's a mess out there, and we're going to cover it and give you all the details. It's Conway Show. We're live on KFI AM 640. We'll come back and talk more about this poor young man, Oscar Hernandez. Deputy Chief Alan Hamilton's with us.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
We have Deputy Chief Alan Hamilton with us. And before we get back to the Oscar Hernandez story, the story that rocked Los Angeles over last week, we have a person detained following a freeway hit and run, and that traffic is backed up, looks like forever, on the 134 East. And we have some new, fresh audio that I'd like you to listen to and see what your opinion is here. It looks like, or it sounds like, they went into the neighborhood to go after these guys, and there was a shooting. And let's find out who shot who and what's going on.
Things have gotten a little complicated here. They have been searching for the suspect who fled the scene of that crash on the eastbound side of the 134. We watched this suspect, who is now being detained, going through somebody's backyard, watering the plants, walking around the pool on his cell phone, at one point playing with the chlorine. He eventually came out through the front of the property and has now surrendered to the California Highway Patrol. However, during the course of this search, right off of the 134 freeway, police and CHP, police or CHP, there is both LAPD and California Highway Patrol out here, opened fire on a separate person in this neighborhood who apparently posed a threat. There is now a search going on for a second suspect unrelated to the crash on the 134, who apparently has threatened officers. They were forced to open fire at one point, and now they are searching this neighborhood for that person.
Okay. It's unbelievable. It seems like people are more desperate nowadays. And so now they're in the neighborhood. And I like the casual guy, Deputy Chief. I like when you go looking for a guy, he throws his jacket off, he grabs a hose, just watering the lawn. Hey, officers, how you doing? Nice to see you.
Yeah.
And they think that you guys are just not gonna see right through that.
Yeah, that usually doesn't work. I've certainly in my short 35-year career had a number of those types of encounters where someone will either try to act like they're working on a car, act like they're working in the yard, act like they live at a residence, act like they're delivering things. We're usually a little bit smarter.
That's right.
Just a little bit.
All right, let's so the 134 is backed up because there was an officer involved shooting. How many layers of people now get involved with that officer's life?
Yeah, I don't. So based on the news accounts, I'm not sure if there was actually an officer involved shooting, but if there was, there will be a response by our, first a field supervisor will respond, and isolate the officers that were involved, if there has been an officer-involved shooting, and make sure that that communication is kind of cut off. Following that, you're going to have our folks from the Force Investigation Division respond to investigate along with...
that's internal?
That's internal, along with the Inspector General's office and the district attorney if someone was struck. You'll also have a lot of support personnel. Our forensic scientists will come out. Our technical investigation will come out. We'll look to obtain both the body worn and digital in-car video, and then we'll conduct an investigation in the area to see if there's any other video available from like cars, other types of surveillance cameras. And then we'll. And
when does the state get involved? If it's unarmed?
Yeah. So the state would get involved if the individual that was involved in the officer-involved shooting is completely unarmed. So if they're...
And how often does that happen?
It's very rare.
Right.
Here in the state of California, it does occur. There are a few incidents a year here in the state of California.
Right.
But it does occur. And we'll definitely, run that through a number of different, review processes. It will go through a use of force review board on our department months down the road after all the facts are gathered. And it will also be reviewed by the district attorney as to the legality of the actions by the officers.
But I read last year, and I think that 2023 is the last year they have the numbers on it. There were 30 incidents nationwide that an officer was involved in a shooting with a suspect that was unarmed. And when they say unarmed, as we were talking about during the break, he could have grabbed the officer's weapon and he's still considered unarmed?
Correct. So initially, someone can approach an officer unarmed, and then they can either obtain a weapon from other methods. Let's say there's a pole sitting nearby or something like that. Or you may have an incident where someone actually assaults an officer, and they obtain the officer's weapon or a piece of the officer's equipment and assaults the officer with that piece of equipment. So initially, they were unarmed, and it would potentially be reported as an unarmed suspect. And then you get down to the brass tacks, and you find out, well, they were unarmed until they took the officer's baton. Right. Until they took the officer's taser.
And 30 incidents in the 335 million people that live in this country.
That's correct.
Nearly zero. I mean, statistically zero.
Yeah, so statistically, it's a small number. So let's just say that an incident like that occurs on the LAPD. We're still going to get to the facts of the case. And if the incident was handled according to training and policy in the law, then we're going to move forward with training that individual if it's necessary. And sometimes there isn't going to be additional training. If there's discipline that's called for, then we're going to move forward on the discipline. If it's a criminal act, we're going to move forward on prosecution. I mean, that's the way we approach each and every one of these. And all of these happened kind of in a vacuum. They happen on their own, and they all stand on their own. And it's based on the Graham standard, as we call it in police work. It's based on the facts known to the officer at the time. And it's based on what an officer with similar training and experience would do if they were in that specific situation.
All right. Can you say one more segment? Because I want to talk about recruiting. I know that you're looking for a few good men.
We're looking for a few good men and women. And
women are involved now?
They absolutely are.
Wow.
I believe they're taking over.
Wow.
And we are going to be having a big recruitment seminar this Saturday. So I'd love to talk about it.
Okay. This Saturday, we'll talk about that when we come back. We'll also finish up with the 134, what's going on there, and any more on Oscar Hernandez's poor 13-year-old boy who's not coming home. And it looks like there might be the Hockman's first at least review of the death penalty when it comes to this case. And thank God that he's in there, and I hope this man never sees another free second in his life. To take a young man's life like that at 13, 12-year-old who just turned 13. All right, we're live on KFI AM 640. Deputy Chief Alan Hamilton is with us.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at washablesofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at washablesofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
Deputy Detective Alan Hamilton is with us. We're talking about Oscar Hernandez. That's a very sad story here. This 13-year-old boy that was killed, allegedly, and it looks like the death penalty might be the first death penalty case for the new DA in Los Angeles. How does that happen? What triggers that? Is it the information that he gets from you and the sheriff's department? Or I mean, I want to say you. I'm saying LAPD.
Yeah, so it's based on the facts and evidence that comes from the case. The Los Angeles County DA is going to review it on a panel basis. So they're going to get their team together to review whether they're going to move forward with the death penalty. This is, I believe, the first time that DA Hochman is going to be moving forward on one of these cases. This is unfortunately one of those typically heinous cases where it's eligible for the death penalty on both the local level and the federal level.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it'll be reviewed in that vein, and I'm sure the district attorney will give due deliberation to the facts in this case, and they'll make a determination based on the totality of the circumstances. So there are going to be some things that are known only to the DA's office and to the investigation that the public may not find out about until trial. But they're going to take all of that information. They're going to assemble their panel, and they will review the actual facts and evidence in this case and make a determination on whether this is going to be one of those cases where that ultimate punishment is appropriate for the facts of this case.
So this guy, Aquino, he's 43 years old. He may never see another free moment in his life.
So there's a possibility that that may occur. Mr. Garcia Aquino is looking at numerous charges. As the district attorney's office put out today, it was amended again with the inclusion of a 2022 LAPD case.
Oh, that's right. There was a case 3 years ago, and whatever happened in that case, it was not. It was, I don't know if it was tossed out, but I heard that the victim was not able or willing to testify.
Yeah, so as often happens with some of these investigations into child sexual assault, sometimes the victims are not necessarily ready to move forward. One of the things with this particular case, I know there was some discussion yesterday about the length of time it took for the other case to go through the district attorney's review process, and I want to inform the public. Unfortunately, some of these cases take a long time to work through.
I bet.
We have to do a lot of scientific analysis. There are often other investigative steps that are not apparent to the public that we have to take before we move forward and putting those charges on someone. And we want to be fair. We want to make sure that we have a good set of facts before we move forward on these types of investigations.
Right, but why wouldn't, if this guy was investigated 3 years ago for sexual abuse on a child, why wouldn't that instantly disallow him to ever be around kids or at least, and coach kids again? I don't understand how that didn't trigger a warning. I don't know if it's a sexual predators list or whatever, but this kid, Oscar Hernandez, could have been alive today if his parents knew that.
Well, so I don't want to speak for any other organizations outside of the police department. You quite often see individuals that represent themselves as a coach that is attached to a certain school, organization, a government agency. We hear about all of these things where they betray the confidence of parents and children. To the parents and children, I need everyone to listen to me very carefully for a second here. You need to know if someone is actually an actual coach for an organization, what their affiliations are, what their jobs, roles, and responsibilities are, and if they're truly connected. So, for instance, you go to a park, you see a bunch of different teams practicing. Someone represents themselves as a coach. As a parent, you need to make sure that that individual is directly affiliated with an organization.
Right. Are you saying that this guy wasn't?
I am just cautioning people that they need to make sure that when they are meeting someone that represents themselves as a, quote, coach,
so this could have been a guy. Affiliated. This could have been a guy just hanging out at the park saying he was a coach.
So we have a lot of coaches, of teams, of organizations that present themselves as vetted coaches.
Okay.
And they'll identify themselves as being involved with an organization.
And they're not. Oh, my God. Oh, these parents must be just beside themselves. Let's talk about how we can get more good guys and good gals on the streets of the city of Los Angeles. I know this Saturday you have a huge open house welcoming new potential employees to LAPD.
So on Saturday morning at 7 a.m. at our Westchester Academy, the Amundsen Recruit Training Center, we are going to have a hiring seminar and a hiring testing and physical fitness assessment. It starts at 7 o'clock in the morning for check-in. 8 o'clock, we'll be given the written test. And at 11 o'clock, we'll be going out to the field and doing a physical fitness assessment. So everyone knows where they are. I'm a dinosaur. I've got 35 years in this game, and I will not be around forever. Right. So what I would love to see is the next generation that's going to be helping us in investigations very much like this, Tim, that are going to learn how to be good street cops. They're going to be learning, the best detective skills in the world, with the best agency in the world. They're going to be with the finest people in law enforcement, taking that first step, coming to be the next generation of the Los Angeles Police Department. I can't think of a more important job right now in this department than to bring the next generation on and get them prepared for all the things that are going to be coming to Los Angeles in the future.
I think you're right. We've got the World Cup coming in. Mm-hmm. We've got the Olympics coming in. And we're trying to rebuild this city. I mean, there are 3 major events going on here for the next 5 years.
And all the Dodgers parades that we're going to be having over the next 2 years.
That's exactly right.
So we've got to be prepared for that.
All right, so 7 a.m. Why do you guys have to do that so early? It seems early.
We get people used to getting up early, very early on, Tim.
Okay. All right. 7 a.m., Westchester Academy. Where is that in Westchester? Is that near the airport?
It is. It's going to be right there near Manchester and Aviation.
Okay.
Literally right there, just outside of the city of Inglewood. And we're going to be providing information regarding what the career looks like, what the possibilities are for the future.
Oh, good.
Great pay and great benefits.
Same test for men and women?
Absolutely same test. And the best thing about this is you're going to have information directly from our recruitment and employment division. Shout out to our new captain, Lisa Rubacaba. She's going to be there, and we're going to be talking about what opportunities exist in the Los Angeles Police Department.
All right. And I have a buddy who's retired LAPD, and he said he can't remember a single one of these festivities or these, Westchester Academy or LAPD Academy. When they bring in the new crowd, he said it's shocking that almost every time a guy who signs up to be LAPD has warrants out for himself.
No. We do the best background in the, trust me when I tell you, we do a very, very thorough background. We screen very carefully.
Good for you.
We hire 5 out of 100 if we're lucky, and only right? 4 out of 100 get it to the street.
Wow. Buddy, I hope you come back often. And how many years left before you retire?
Oh, I'll be around for a few more years. I'm not going anywhere
2,
yet.
3?
I've got at least 3 going right
3
here.
years.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Please come back. Let's make it a regular. I love talking to you. You're one of the great cops in the world, and we appreciate you taking time for us, man.
Thank you for your support,
You
Jeff.
are the best. All right, we'll come back. We'll update you on the 134 freeway. It looks like 1 lane eastbound open right now, and the guy in the back with the shorts on his cell phone is the suspect. So it's crazy out in Eaglerock. We'll come back and tell you what's going on out there. We're live on KFI AM 640.
Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Bay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Bay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from The Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.